How's it going, YouTube viewers? Today I'm going to review The Silent House. This one stars Elizabeth Olsen, one of the Olsen twins, of course. This movie takes place in a big house. It's a lakeside retreat. This movie has three main characters: John, Peter, and I don't know what happened to the other disciples. And then you have John's daughter, Sarah. John and Peter want to get rid of this lake retreat, so they're there to fix it up, clean up stuff. And the first 15 minutes of the movie, they're just walking around with lanterns around the house, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there watching it. That's like, oh. It's kind of like watching an episode of Ghost Hunters without the good IR lights. Basically what you could see in this movie is what was in front of them. The camera was real shaky. I think this movie might be a remake also. It was released in 2011, and I think the foreign version came out in 2010. But, let me see real fast. I'll double check. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, we got two Silent Houses. One in 2011, one in 2012. Looks like maybe the one in 2010 was a Spanish version. Neither one of them are rated very high. That one's 5.4, and then the remake is 5.5. Like I said, it took about 15 minutes of just, hardly nothing going on. This girl named Sophie came to the house and told Sarah that they used to play together when they were little. And you could tell that Sarah didn't remember her at all, but she pretended to. And it's I don't know. The movie is really frustrating because it's so dark. 15 minutes into the movie, something starts to happen. Sarah's there with her dad. She tells her dad that she hears somebody upstairs, and he's like, "Oh, it's probably your Uncle Peter." She said, "No, Uncle Peter's not here." So her dad's like, "Okay, I'll go check it out." And he takes his flashlight and and he leaves, and she's sitting there in the other room by herself, down in the looking around. Finally, he never comes back, and she's like, "Dad, Dad, Dad, where are you? Dad, Dad." No dad, no dad. So she's got to walk around the dark house by herself, looking for her dad. There were a lot of forced jump scenes. Most of the jump scenes are just stupid sounds that don't lead to anything. A couple of them are something, but most of them are just scenes, just things to make you jump on purpose. The movie tries to be realistic. They want it to look real, but you got creepy music playing in the background the whole time. Don't use creepy music because that just ruins the real factor, I think. Well, she finds her dad. He's hurt. He's laying on the ground. At first she thought he was dead, and she's like, "Oh, he's alive," and he was just laying there on the ground. She hears somebody again, and this person starts to chase her around the house. So she's running around in the dark, trying to find places to hide, and she's doing the Blair Witch thing, close-ups of her face. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. It's kind of like that, It's like, "Mom, I'm sorry." Well, she didn't say that, but basically that's how the movie is. It's a bunch of close-ups of her. She does a lot of screaming too as she's running around the house, yelling, "Ah! Ah!" She finally gets out of the house, and I kind of like that scene. It reminded me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the end when the girl runs out of the house and she's like running, away from it, and you can see the house kind of in the background. She finally gets to the street, and here comes a vehicle. Here comes her. Bam! Her hands are on the front of the car, and it was her uncle. And she's telling her Uncle Peter that her dad's hurt. He could be dead, she said. So her Uncle Peter takes her back to the house, and he says, "Stay in the car. Don't come in." And he goes in with his flashlight, and you can see the flashlight moving around in the house. And of course, while he's in there, she freaks out again and goes into the house, and she shows him where her dad was laying on the floor, and he's not there anymore. And then the movie really goes downhill from there because they try to throw in this crazy storyline, which I'm not going to get into because I hate ruining movies, so that's one of the things that would ruin it for you, but it's just stupid. That's all I got to say. I really, really, really didn't like this movie at all. Um, just, just bad. Bad, bad, bad. I'm giving this movie what I think it deserves, and that's a 1.5 out of 5. If there's any horror movie that you want me to review, just post a comment below, let me know what it is, and I'll try to get it done. Till next time, talk to you later.